there's a million ways to do it. Obviously, metal detectors are a must. You can also use canine units who are trained to smell that stuff. It's the visual alone of seeing 2 or 3 armed security officers at the front of the school with this only way is a deterrent. He can't get into the school if there's a front line of defense. So you could, and like I said, we're going to hear all the NRA stuff. It has nothing to do with it. He had a handgun. He was able to get on campus, and that's my issue. The only way we're going to stop them from getting on there in this case, luckily, there was an officer there who wasn't afraid and handled his business. But again, he couldn't react until he was already on there doing it. The way you stop that is securing schools, arming teachers. Certain teachers will be good for that. But then again, you were in school, I was in school. I remember my art teacher. I don't really think Mrs. Freeband would have been very good with a 45 in her hand. Just keeping it real. So it needs to be, again, we're not thinking surround the schools. And then somebody today, when I posted what I said, they came back with me, you want to make our schools like a prison? How many times have you heard someone breaking into prison, shooting somebody up? No, it can't be done. Now, you can make it fancy. You can put flowers. You can put artwork on the buildings or whatever. But there's only one way in and one way out. And there is trained security people there to keep our schools safe, to keep our kids safe.
What is the bottom line way to stop these shootings from occurring inside schools?
Okay, to put it into, like, we're talking about building a wall to keep drug stuff out. We need walls around our schools. We need to protect our schools. 10-foot rule. You can't get 10 feet within a school unless you're supposed to be there. And if you're bringing a backpack in, and if it's not a clear backpack or whatever, you got to be searched. That's the world we live in right now.
So to anybody who would say, these are children, and even though these shootings seem to be happening more frequently, it's still such a small percentage of schools. But now we are going to turn all our schools into places where there are metal detectors and armed security, and that's sending the wrong message. What do you say to those people?
Candidly, fuck you. Because if your one kid was the one kid that got shot, there's one too many. And I have no problem sending my child to a school. You know what? And it creates jobs. And I have no problem with the first face that my child sees in the morning is an officer in a positive light that's there to greet him and keep him safe. I have absolutely no problem with that. Opposed to some open school where someone walks in, just one kid. Ask the family if they would have liked to have somebody stop them from being inside there.